Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. West Ham United nil, Fulham 2, and obviously that was so bad. Bad is just an understatement. Kane is waiting in the chat. I'll get him on shortly. I'm going to go through what I feel. I'm disgusted with some of these players. I really am. Yeah, I'm going to start off with the £85 million Lucas Paqueta, the man who everyone says is world class. Yeah, man, this man's not world class, mate. We are robbing Manchester City and they don't even know it. Yeah, £85 million for this geezer. Sorry, he's just not that. He's just not that. He's just not that at all. Yeah. Um, the performance today is just absolutely shit. Players just Mavropanos today. People rave about him and say he is the guy and like he's Tim's guy. Well, fucking Tim can send him back to fucking Stuttgart because he's shite, mate. Absolute shite. How many goals that geezer cost us today? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, for me, he's. I've got no words. I really have. I've got no words. I've got to let people speak. Right? I've got no fucking words. Kane, welcome. Take it
James,
away.
wow, that was really bad, wasn't it? That was absolutely terrible. Especially the second half. I thought that it was diabolic. The only saving grace I've got was every time I try to stream a game, Wi-Fi's so bad, so it kept cutting out, which was a bit of relief because bloody hell, that was not good. That was not good enough at all.
Listen, other bitters are available. West Ham, see what you're doing to me. You're making me drink alcohol on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? Take it away, Kane. Talk to me about Lucas Paqueta. Everyone raves about him and says to me that he's £85 million. He's world class. World class what? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's been so he has been really bad since come back from his injury, hasn't he? I can't think of a game where he's been good, and
Yeah.
he was really bad today. Um, he wasn't the only one though. Loads of them bad. Um, I think Moyes got it completely wrong. I think starting at 11 was a recipe for disaster. You've got no Souček, you've got a twink centre back against a physical team like Fulham. You're asking for trouble, mate. I know he's got to rotate, but Jesus, you're not going to give us a chance of winning that game. Especially when like you've got Ward Prowse, the one that seems to be sitting more deep some of the game. Just seemed absolutely stupid to me, to be honest with you. So I think I can lay in the players what I want, and I usually do, but I do think Moyes got it wrong today.
Everyone did though, mate. Everyone did, really. Like, let's be honest. People say our best player. Our best player got subbed off. Sufal was our best player today. He's the only one who was trying to do something. Jumping cross balls in, like, had chances. Like, honestly, I I just don't know anymore. I really don't. There's a lot of these players, right? We hype up players at West Ham continuously, all the time. A player comes in, oh, he's world class, he's world class. Lucas Paqueta, to me, yeah, and I'm going to go on him today because other people from other places say he's the one, he's world class. It's Moyes who's ruining him. He's fucking shit at times, mate. Like, I mean, literally shit at times. Like today, right? He goes down for the first goal, yeah? They break on us. Mavropanos acts like an absolute idiot. 1-0. The second goal, he does too much and they break on us again. It's just like, oh, it's frustrating. Like, go on, man. I'll let you go. Go on.
It's so annoying because for the first 9 minutes until that goal, you think we could have been a couple of goals up, and then after that, just utter wank, man. That goal was wank. Yeah, Baketa was wank. He kept trying to like, what's the word? Trying to like dink it in when they had people in the 6 yard box. Like, mate, stop doing this. Stop bloody doing this. And to sum up the game, poor George Irvie comes on and gets
I know.
like absolutely done by our own player. That sort of sums it up for me. It was just so shit. I hope he's okay. It was
Do you know
so
what?
bad.
Do you know what? That's the one shining light in a very, very dark day at West Ham. I'm going to be real. George Murphy come on and he looked so up for it, so hungry, you know, so pleased to see him coming on the pitch. Yeah. And then he gets wiped out by one of our own. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, you just can't make it up. Uh, we've got a lot of issues at West Ham. Yeah. And people think the manager's just one of them. Half this team are shit, mate. I'll be real. Half this fucking team is shit. Right? People say about Tim Steidten. Tim's the guy. Mavropanos is fucking pony, mate. Yeah, if he's our best centre half, that tells you all you need to know because Mavropanos does not get in a top 6 side in the Premier League. Yeah, he was at Arsenal. He failed at Arsenal, went to Stuttgart, and because Tim picks him up, he's the best thing since sliced fucking bread. He's cost us 2 goals in the Premier League off the top of my head that I can remember. But he has also made other mistakes. He cost us a goal against Crystal Palace at home to help them equalise. He's cost us a goal today. And people say he's squared next to him. Hold a minute. Look at the individual fucking performance of Mavropanos. He was shit. He got injured, and he went off because he was injured, but he should have been subbed off long before then. Paqueta, no good. Antonio today frustrated the life out of me. You got one player up front for Fulham who's holding the ball up, and then other people coming to play. Then you've got another player, and Antonio's going from left to right. He's not staying central. Even Tony Gale said it on commentary. Like, what's he doing? What's he doing? He needs to be staying central. He needs to be close to Danny Ings. Danny Ings again, like, it proves that he's not the guy. He's done not a lot today. I don't know how many more players I've got to go through for people to fucking realise it.
He should have just brought on Cornet, so maybe these fans, because people were banging on about, oh, we didn't beat Leverkusen, or we didn't get a draw at Leverkusen, we didn't bring Ings on. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life. Should have brought on Cornet as well, just to show that he's terrible. But I was expecting to lose today because we went absolutely. We had off the ball work against Leverkusen on Thursday night. I was expecting us to be flat.
That comment,
comment
right there is comment of the fucking day. That geezer is already in Manchester. His mind is in Manchester. His body's at West Ham. Yeah, he's not like today. Like, how many fucking times does he have to do so much to realise that he has to get the ball out faster? We used to complain all the time about Said Benrahma. He can't beat the first man with a cross. What did Lucas Paqueta do today? Fuck all with a cross.
Yeah, just lost the ball.
Cross the ball. First time, first man all the time. It's just, I'm sorry. I know people would look at Moyes and look at other things. Moyes is one problem, but there's a problem within a problem there because there's so many fucking players who are just shit. Just totally shit at this club, yeah. Even Alvarez today, he looks a shadow of the player. He's running around, but he's out of position. It's just like they've all come together today and said, "Come on, lads, let's go over Stratford and have a kick about." Like, it's like they don't know how to attack. Like, it's just killing. It's killing. And listen, I can understand the frustration because I'm pissed off tonight because West Ham have done nothing today. All right, I've got to do a player ratings later, and I've got to sit there and I've got to go, fuck me, what was that? One thing I am going to say, the referee's a bit of a prick today, 100%, because that's 100% a red card from Pereira. Yeah, it's late, it's high, he takes him out. Fuck me, what more do you want, ref? Do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. Kane, what are you saying? Can you hang about, Kane? You like to stay on? Or?
Yeah, I can hang about for a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was saying before, he was quite right, that comment about Paqueta being in Manchester. I completely agree. I was saying I could forgive if we were shit today and let's say flat because of the Thursday game. Understandable, you know, I get it, right? We off the ball work against Leverkusen must have absolutely taken it out of them coming away from there back home. But it was just really bad. It was comical, I thought.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to. We got play Leverkusen next. Great. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? That game.
Yeah. As So Solid would say, right at the end, Romeo done, mate. We are Romeo done. Right, let's get this man in. I'm going to try and rattle through these people in the back. So, Daddy, welcome. What do you want to say? Fire away.
After our striker missed an open goal, I knew we would lose. It was over at that point. Like, I'm sorry, people underplay this, but what's he doing? Like, look how their player took their first goal and compared to how our player did.
Yeah.
Wow, he smashes it over the bar and went out of the stadium. And then Paqueta, I might be the only one that thinks he's not going in the summer. I cannot see Manchester City paying 85 million for him. I don't think he's going.
If Manchester City pay 85 million pounds for Lucas Paqueta, right, we are robbing them.
That will be the heist of the century.
Yeah.
Like, and then half our players though, like, and the tactics from the manager, 2 up front. The reason they were going past us every time is because they had more bodies in the midfield. What? And then, like, two up front, Danny Ings is useless. You know something? Even though he got hurt, and prayers to him, George Earthy showed more in the 3 minutes he had on than our 85 million pound world class player.
Bang on.
And
People
then,
take the piss out of him because he reminds them of Kermit the Frog, but he's fucking right.
and,
Do you know what I mean?
and
Hold on, I'm going to land. Yeah, George Earthy comes on. He's showing hunger. He's showing desire. He's doing everything he can to do something for this team. And there's players in this team that we rave about and give out like sort of fucking special fucking treatment. For what? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a joke. Go on, Sadeli. I think you
and
carry
then
on. I'll let you
Alvarez.
go.
People on Twitter think he can play possession ball. He is
Right.
awful in possession. We are actually lucky that we have two of the best goalkeepers in the league. We might have the best goalkeeper depth in the league. If we had worse goalkeepers, we'd be in a relegation fight. How many saves both of them make? Like it doesn't matter who our goalkeeper is. Every game they have to make 5, 6 saves. Like, you know how many times we could have been battered 4 or 5-0 if it wasn't for our keepers?
Yeah. I know, man. I know. Listen, I understand it. Right. Who's the best player for you today, Daddy?
I heard Sufal was good. Also, Kudus. Like, he's the only one trying in our attack. Like, even though it didn't work, he was doing good stuff, and he's playing with Paqueta. Actually, I'm gonna say this: Kudus is a better player than Paqueta. If we sell Paqueta but we keep Kudus, I will be happy with it. Get me the Morgan Gibbs White from Nottingham, and we're cooking.
Yeah, but listen, I'm going to say this before I let you go. When people say about the season and everything else, yeah, Moyes, I think it's signed, still, and delivered that Moyes is going to go. But I just
he's
hope
going
people
in the
understand.
summer.
I just hope people understand that it ain't just him who's the fucking problem.
No, it's just not him. But three wins in 2024 is unacceptable. But it's not all on him. But if we get battered Thursday, if we lose 4 or 5 by 4 or 5, I think in a week they're gonna announce that he's going in the summer.
All right, mate.
Because they're not going to sack him after the Leverkusen game, because then we'll have nothing to play for. And the worst thing is United keep dropping points, but we're just as bad as them.
All right, Anthony, I'll let you go. Take it easy,
All right.
Man. Peace. Right, let's get this man in. Tay.
Hi, James. How are you doing?
I'm fucking fuming, mate, with that, honestly. And I'm going to be honest, everyone should has every right to go absolutely berserk today. But I'm just going to let you land on what you want to say, mate. Take it away.
I stared at my telly for about 4 minutes, just booing the telly. I just went, boo! I was that angry. I don't normally boo. I don't normally get upset. But you know what? Today, it's you know what? It all goes out the window. Lucas Paqueta might as well already be in the back seat of Pep's car. That guy don't give a fuck. That guy does not give a single fuck at all. I thought that was gutless. I thought it was shit. I think we've got an outdated backline. We're playing. Fuck. Naya Fagerd is so bad. He is so fucking bad. The fall off is ridiculous. Do you remember when we signed this guy and we were all, the word Rolls Royce was used every other fucking week in a Twitter post? This guy is shit. He gets done over on the turn every single time. He's absolutely useless aerially, even though he's like 6'5", 6'4". Shocking defender. Mavropanos was just off it today, but I think he's just falling in line with the rest of the cunts because nobody seemed to have the fucking backbone to lead anyone to anything today. It's
a lot.
It's entirely we've completely collapsed.
I understand it, yeah, but right, it goes back to the fucking January window, yeah, and this fat cunt said it in the January window. I was screaming it. Yeah, but people believe other people and believe that Sufal takes the fucking reins at half time. Yeah, with me, I'm telling you, Yeah, it's the fucking owner. The owner stopped us from getting players, and this is the reason why we're in this fucking predicament and we're relying on people coming on the pitch who are fucking shit. They are shit, right? So what? Fuck it. If Moyes does go, I want a complete rebuild, yeah? And I mean a fucking complete. I want to leave 3 or 4 players at this club and get a new squad, yeah? I want to see banners out at fucking the LS in regards to GSB, yeah? Because it ain't going to change. It's not going to fucking change. And when people get that in their head, taking the manager out is all well and good. But the structure of West Ham from the top down will not change. And I will preach it all the time, every single day and night on this fucking channel because I've had enough, yeah? It's okay getting Moyes out. And as I've always said, and I say it in my fucking heart, right? He is an employee. He's a fucking employee. He can go, but the structure at the top has to work from the top down. And when people say about Aston Villa and fucking Newcastle, look at their fucking owners. Yeah, they are ambitious. They care. Does David Sullivan fucking care? The answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, on this fucking fine Sunday afternoon, is that cunt does not fucking care. He will never care. He cares about the pound sterling. And don't let me tell you, I'm telling you from the fucking heart. Do you know what I'm saying? I've had enough of these people keep saying about it's Moyes and it's going to change when Moyes goes. It will only change when the ownership of this club fucks off and we've got an ambitious owner. And that is that.
We had a fantastic opportunity in that January window to just add two players. It seriously, if we just added in, say we went and got Harry Maguire, and we perhaps got another forward once Fornals and Benrahma came out, I think we'd be in such a better position than we are now. This has been building for a while, and the signs have been there. You cast your mind back to Aston Villa. The bench absolutely killed us. They're bringing off fucking Moussa Diaby, £50 million. We're bringing on Ben Johnson, who's probably gone in about 5 months. Our bench is absolutely shocking, and that is the difference. And that was the difference in Leverkusen as well. That was the difference in Leverkusen. Who did we bring on? Who did we bring on? And we had Nerfigurd and fucking Ben Johnson to bring on, and we concede instantly. Absolutely fucking joke. It really cast your mind back to that 2012. Do you remember 2013, 2014? Sam Allardyce was pushing top 6 in December. We needed the backing in the winter window. We never got it. The exact same thing has happened today, and I think so many people saw that at the time, and it was glaringly obvious to everybody else. And we saw the rumours, didn't we? Moyes being picky with players, That's fucking bollocks. Tim Steidten and Moyes seem to be on the same page, and they seem to both heavily want players in that window. We had it's the same fucking rumours as well. Agents' fees, couldn't get the deal done in time. Right. You don't see this at any other club. You don't see this. It's not acceptable for a club of our standing to be pushing the way that we are, to be ran that way. Both Moyes, Steidten, the play, they've all been let down by the ownership in this case. And I truly believe that. And I'm so frustrated because the players at the moment just don't look like they give a single fuck. Their heads are completely gone.
Tay, are you okay to hang about?
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. So if I bring Big Mig in because he's all the way over in Australia, I'll let him land. Go on, Big Mig, take it away.
Hell,
mate.
You finally fucking put me on. Jesus Christ.
You're here, mate. What do you want to say?
I've been listening to your fucking rambles, and I was just like, you know what? There's some fucking shit going on. So, first point of call. Why was Moyes wearing no DM, no West Ham, no nothing? He's doing like what I'm doing right now, black. He's done. He's done. He's like, he must have been told in Leverkusen, what you got, mate? You're not going to make it through the next round. Well, he might. I thought we were going to win tonight as well, but like, you put yourself out there with no heart for your team. He's worn DM, West Ham jackets. He's even put a hat on the other week. Tonight it was like, it's all over. I'm not going to be here next year. I don't give a fuck. We lost 2-0 on fucking Thursday. Yeah. Well, Friday here in Australia. and the team was buzzing. Let's be honest. The team was buzzing early tonight, and then I want to ask all you guys, tell me how many times that Fabianski has conceded in the first 10, 12 minutes in the last 4 years. Fuck, I'll tell you what, 30 goals. Check it out. I might be wrong. It'll be close. So that Mavropanos, yeah, he fucked it up. But if Fabianski was ready, he would have just scooped that up. He didn't. He fumbled around. Mavropanos fucked it up. Yeah, he did. But then he followed Mavropanos instead of staying back at the goal and having a chance to defend it. Didn't do it. Went straight out. So we were magic. We were magic in the first 20 minutes. Even with the goal, we were still magic. We were still like passing around, and like we were finding those combinations. I thought JWP was great. His connection, he was allowing Alvarez to do what he does. Alvarez was a bit off, but you know what? You've been suspended for a couple of weeks. You haven't played. It's going to happen. But as it moved on, we were pressing. Even if we didn't have much possession, we were still pressing. And then bang, that counter attack, the bit of a fuck up, goal.
West Ham
I was sitting here. Look, you can see it. Look how black I am, sitting in the sun today, mate. Look at this face. Look at this, mate.
That's Australia. That's Australia.
That's Australia, mate. That's Australia. Yeah. And I came home and I was like, fuck. West Ham, Fulham. We got banged up 5-0 last time. We're going to smash them tonight, even if we have a strange combination. I thought it was weird when I saw Ings and Tony. I was like, oh, what are they going to do? Which way they're going to do it? I thought it was good. I really did. But then the counter-attack, they did to us what we do to them. Counter-attack. We weren't doing low block. I was watching Gonzo and the other little Scottish guy. Right. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, we're doing well. We're doing well. Yeah, we got stuck. We got stuck. What we do, counter-attack. But we were playing well. And I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Ings was covering for Antonio. Antonio was telling him to go up. Let me rest for a bit so I don't have to work so hard. And when I work hard, you come in behind me. You could see it. Ings was floating around up top. Yeah. I was like, hey, it's not bad. We can still come back. After we got smacked with that one goal, I was like, yeah, we come back 2-1, easy. Went on. Paqueta. Oh my Lord. I'm Portuguese. He's Brazilian. We're kind of close, but we're not. But that motherfucker was pissing me off today. I was like, that first touch was on the TV. Oh, beautiful. Ooh, he flicked over in Iwobi's head and touched it, passed it back to beautiful. After that, it was like every touch was like, I don't know if you guys still use it, but all the English players here in Australia, he had the touch of a rapist.
Fair enough. Thanks for getting me. Thanks for getting me demonetized. I love it.
But no. I'm saying here, the English players that play here, they're always like, mate, what was that? That was a touch of a rapist. It was like disgusting. But we still kept flowing on. After a while, I was like, we can still do it. Second half, don't change anything. I heard Tony Gale and whoever the other guy was. Yeah, they might make a change. I said, no, leave it. Yeah. We're doing all right. It was a one fuck up from Mavropanos, but more so for Fabianski. He should have come and scooped it up. Yeah, we fucked up. I was like, yeah, we're still in it. Then all of a sudden, why can't we defend? It wasn't what's his name? Agerd. Agerd played fantastic today. And I've told you before, he should be when we have no defensive midfielders, put him in left DCM next to Souček or next to Alvarez. Put him there. If you don't trust him in the back, Put him just there because he can cross the ball, he can make plays, he can run, he can recover. Shit at headers, we all know that. But don't put him there and rely on Zuma came in. Zuma, what is he, man? The guy's got stick legs.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Big Mig, listen, I understand what you're saying, mate, right? I understand word for word, but I'm going to have to let you go because I've got so many people who want to come on, right?
Wow. You fucking leave me on the bench, and then when I finally get on, you fucking cut me off.
You are the Danny Ings of these channels. We love you,
Danny Ings. Wow.
Nah, shout out to Big Mig, man, all the way over in Australia. We'll say that. Yeah, I'm saying.
You are the buena of this channel.
Thank you very much, mate. Whatever that means.
Fuck you. You know Buena. He was the captain of fucking West Ham just a couple of years ago. Yeah. And then we let him go. Come on, man. Give me a chance, man. I come on, I talk sense, and then you fucking.
I'm getting everyone on, mate.
Next? Who's next? Who's next?
Elite. It will be elite.
This guy up here. This guy up there.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna let you go. Take care, Big Mig. Right, elite. He's here. Right, elite. Don't be nice. Don't say anything out of order. I know what you're going to do. Right. I know you work. All right. So just talk about the game. All right. That's it.
Big Mig. What a character.
Shut the fuck up. I mean it. Just fucking talk.
It's nice to see you've calmed down a little bit, James.
Yeah. I have to laugh at the situation because if I don't, then, you know.
I did enjoy observing the total head loss. You did. I mean, listen, it's our season over. Yeah, we're probably going to peter out, maybe finish 10th. Quarterfinals of Europe, you know, top half. It's not a bad season as West Ham goes. It's disappointing. Paqueta will probably go in the summer, but I think he's replaceable. Shout out to George Urphy, by the way. Came on really nicely. I really hope he's okay. You know, whenever that kind of thing happens, you really worry. And that was pretty serious. So yeah, 100%. That really concerns me. I really do hope he's all right. But that killed the game off at that point. And not that I think we were going to come back. Fabianski was great. Anyway, what am I saying? Listen, it's disappointing today. It really is. And the players were just knackered. Yeah, they've worked themselves to a bone. They are. You can't play as often as they do and not be physically and mentally tired. And they were. And I think, to be honest, like people say they weren't really trying. I do think they were, but by the end, to be honest, I agree they had given up. But was that squad is so paper thin.
Hold on a minute, Ole. Hold on. I'm going to say this. But is that acceptable as in a performance against the Fulham side? I know what you're saying. Yeah, Fulham have had a whole week to prepare for this. West Ham haven't. Yeah, I get all that. But some of these players today, just let's be real. Yeah, none of them are doing fuck all for us anymore. Like Paqueta, £85 million worth of talent. And there's people branding him as a world-class player. World-class, are you sure? He's not world-class, mate.
Do I think today was his best game? No, but I really wouldn't scapegoat him for this performance. He was trying to make things happen, yeah.
In a space of...
defended well. No one else, you know, I think Antonio really struggled today, but again, I was shocked he started. Ings was abysmal. Yeah, absolutely abysmal. People have been crying out for this fella. Should have played on Thursday. And it was terrible. At the same time, though, I did feel a bit here because he hadn't really been playing, but you can see why.
Yeah, but listen, in a space of 96 hours, Lucas Paqueta has put in 2 back-to-back performances that have been absolutely fucking horrendous.
I thought Paqueta was fine against Leverkusen. Honestly, I thought he was fine. I thought he was fine against Leverkusen. I thought he was lucky to be on the pitch. There were a lot worse players. Yeah, look at all the midfielders. Ward-Prowse had a shocker.
Yeah,
Ward-Prowse had a shocker game. Alvarez had a poor game. You know, Souček came on, not great. Emerson, poor game as well. He's bang out of form at the minute. Both the centre halves were really shit today as well, and that's a big part of the problem. We've not got a reliable back line. We need centre halves in the summer because
elite. Would you put Mavropanos and the Guard at defensive midfield? Start them together in defensive midfield.
Do you know what? I think we shouldn't even play defenders, to be honest.
The
It's
problem is,
gonna take
Elite,
that.
I recall you saying quite firmly in the summer, you think Aguerd's 10 times the player Harry Maguire is. And it's ridiculous. You know, you're coming back on yourself here.
Yeah, I can totally assure you I did not say such a thing. Well, I mean, guys, what do you think today? Personally, it's really disappointing. Yeah, I think Europe's over anyway. Europe's definitely over now. Is it that deep? I think. Listen, the club could have taken a punt in January, bought in a left winger in January. I actually, and this is difficult, especially at the moment. We've just lost. I actually don't think that's a bad thing. We're going to have a serious kitty to spend in the summer. We've freed up a lot of the wage bill. If we can get Ings and Cornet shifted as well, we're going to bring in some really, really good players. And another.
But it's the lies, though, Lee. Lee, it's the lies. Listen, I understand what you're saying, and I slightly agree with you to a point. Yeah, but it's the lies. It's when people say,
lies?
it's when people say West Ham have gone after 9 players, and then the 2 players that are mentioned are 2 players that we know we can't get. We know we can't get Jota because of tax issues, and we know we can't get Osman because of agents issues. So the question needs to be asked is, why the fuck are West Ham going for 2 players that they know they can't get? The reason why they're going for 2 players that they know they can't get is because of David Sullivan. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
That's not lies. This is just rumours, yeah. This is just rumours, you know. There were a number of players we were linked with. We don't really know the truth at the end of the day. Maybe they thought they could get Jota. Who knows, yeah. I don't think. I think they would have helped the squad. I think Jota would be nice, yeah, but he's another one who's not match fit. I think at the end of the day, I don't think we'd be in too different a position if we did bring in let's say an Osman. Yeah, I don't think we would have done. They would have had to roll the dice seriously, bring in a very expensive player. And if you want to be successful as a club, I just don't think that's a sustainable way of running things. Spending big in January year on year on year to just sort of cling on to something. We're not going to have Europe next year, and I think that's going to be tough to sort of attract players. But at the same time, players like Mavropanos would have come anyway. I don't think today was that bad. They were just knackered, yeah, and it was symptomatic of where that team is.
It was. The second half was really bad.
First half, we were the better team. Second half, like I said here, though, come on, they are all running on empty at the minute. But the problem is the squad isn't good enough. You can bring players in.
Do you honestly believe in your heart of hearts, and no winding me up, right? No winding me up. You honestly believe we were the better team in the first half?
I thought we were the better team in the first half. Yeah, I genuinely thought we were. I really thought we were. I thought 100%. Yeah, it was a really shit goal we gave away. Terrible goal we gave away.
Was we the better team?
The daddy pointed out. First half was not that bad. I think you're a bit blinded by the scoreline potentially.
No. Was we the better team, or did they have the better chances? Because I don't remember us having clear-cut chances like they did. They had many clear-cut chances.
To be fair, I do. I remember Antonio in front of goal who skiffed pretty much an easy one. Foul also had a really good shot on in the box.
Pereira
Sofal had 2 good chances. I actually do agree with Lee. Well. I was happy with the system in the first half. I'm just absolutely disgusted with how the players reacted to going 1-0 down and how we react. Well, no, the initial reaction was good. I'm just upset how we came out in the second half because I'm not used to us doing that. But Elite raises a good question. Is it the tiredness? Exactly that. Is it the tiredness? Is it the mentality? But I disagree with Elite on that. I think we really could have pushed in January. We never spend in January, and I think we really could have made a massive difference with just 20 to 30 million invested. And because it's absolutely cost us in terms of league position. That so many games I could say, you know what, if we at least had just a decent player to bring off the bench, we could have wrapped that up. We could have really pushed for something there. And it's not. I don't know how we went into after we closed the January window and we said, you know what, we're happy with a bench of Danny Ings, Ben Johnson, and
Maxwell Cornet.
Who fucking allows that? I don't know how that was. I just can't.
And one thing I will say, Tay, and I do agree with you on that 100%. I say that right passionately with this one, is that they all sit around the table. Surely they didn't go fucking Maxwell Cornet and Danny Ings are the solution to all our problems from the bench. They just couldn't have done. Like literally, not a chance. Like Ben Johnson's playing everywhere. He's playing left wing, right back, left back.
James, can I ask you a question? Because
ahead.
I agree with both. But if we signed Osman, he's not making any difference this season, is he? If we're spending 20 million on Osman, he's not making. I mean, Brighton signed him and kept him out on
but a new
loan. He's
signing,
clearly a
though.
development player. He's not making any difference this season.
Payne, the one thing I will say, when a new signing comes in, it galvanises everyone. Yeah, it gets everyone up for it and thinks, "Fuck me, there we go."
Calvin Phillips galvanised us to go to bloody KFC.
Honest to God,
Shout
yeah,
out
they're
KFC.
up for it. This little child coming in. I mean, come on, Phillips was a new signing. It wasn't like we didn't sign anyone. He's just really, really shit. We probably, I think, to be honest, I think Moyes has handled it fairly well, yeah, because this squad isn't good enough. This squad is clearly not of European caliber right now. I don't think any manager in the league would be happy with that bench at all. And I think you could see it today. This looked like the exact sort of game where you rest players, you know. But the problem is the players he could bring in, Agard and Ings were two of the better ones from the bench. You know, maybe you could have started Ben Johnson today. Do you see the point there? No manager is succeeding with that bench. No manager is, you know. And I think Moyes has been stitched up a little bit in January. But to be honest, I think it's more to the point. It's more likely he might stay as a result. You know, I don't think he's definitely going. I don't think he's definitely.
Neither do I. I think fans are really quick to say that he's going. I still really don't think that's plausible. I think he's got really good relationship with Karen Brady and the rest of the board. Him and Tim Styling seem to be on the same page. I think from like a business point of view, you can't really look at him this season and go, you know what, that this and that's on you, etc., etc. I think he's done really well with what he's got. I will say that. Like I truly believe that still. Because I can't think of any other manager who'd be able to utilize a bench better than Moyes has. You just can't with what we've got. It's too limited, far too limited. But I would think it would be. I would absolutely love to see a full season of Moyes out of Europe, playing Premier League football again, and watch us absolutely wrap up the table. I can see it. I can really see it because the impact that Europe has had on our form has just been it's so underestimated. People don't mention it enough. It's almost as if Europe doesn't exist. It's like that fucking orange bird on that podcast saying, you know, we shouldn't be dropping points to Burnley, we should be in top 6 all the time. Well, what's the point of top 6? To get European football. So
we're not a top 6 side though, Tay. Like,
I think we are now without Europe, absolutely. But I think we need some adjustments to the bench. But I think we can consistently achieve top 6 with this squad, but not in Europe. Not when you're in Europe, it completely changes the landscape of it. Because we see it every other season when every other team has a come up. Right, it's always leaps and bounds. Every season, there's always a team inside the top 10 or outside the top 6 that does well, and we all look at it and we all go, "Oh, why can't we be like that club?" Last season it was Brighton. This season it's been Villa. Let's see how that Brighton and Villa doing consecutive European runs while maintaining Premier League standard. It doesn't happen in the Premier League. Teams don't sit in Europe and are able to consistently finish top 6 without Saudi buyouts. It doesn't happen because nobody can name me a club that has done it. And I think David Moyes to do what he's done in these 3 years has been a fucking miracle. And a trophy included. Well,
compared to sides like Villa, you know, Villa have a much bigger squad, juicier squad. They got a lot of high-paid players, you know, especially at the back line. They've
got ambitious owners, mate. But when
you look at it is down to the owners. It is. But at the same time, we don't have billionaire owners. You know, multi-billion pound owners. We just don't have this right.
If I've got this right, I think the Villa owners are Egyptian. I think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but all of them are all billionaires. Like multi-billionaires.
At the same time, though, with PSR, FFP, it's going to come back to bite them in their arse. We're actually in a position, and Kane can see this as well, you know, we're in a position financially to sort of push forward and build on. And I think this summer is going to be a really, really good one.
Yeah, I think that
today was crap.
Sorry, Luke, go ahead.
Nah, that was it.
Sorry, yeah, I thought you'd finished.
I understand the disappointment.
No, I agree completely. I think we are still in a fantastic position, just depending on what we can keep hold of. I think we'll keep hold of season for kudos for another season, unless you get one of those, insane offers from Arsenal or Real Madrid, Barca, but I can't really see that yet. Paqueta will be gone. To be honest, I think we'll obviously miss his creativity massively, but I really think we could do with just somebody a little bit more direct. Creativity included, but to be honest, I think the number 10 and the position that he plays, it's very interchangeable. I think we could quite easily get somebody in to do a job there, and I think you get an £85 million offer, you take it. It's a fantastic.
If we get
it's
85
fantastic on the
mil,
books.
We don't have a choice. It's a release clause. I wouldn't turn on Paqueta so easily. Yeah, this has been a guy. Do you not forget how shit we are when he doesn't play?
No,
Yeah,
but I'm
you
not
will
turning
Thursdays.
on him.
He's
I'm
a
just
massive
saying.
player for us.
but he's overhyped though. I just want to say this to you, yeah.
He
And
is.
I'll
We are
let you
shit
land.
without him. No
Right?
creativity.
Yeah, but that goes back to the fucking setup and the way we are as a club. Yeah, when you've got the bench, and you've just said about the bench for a long time. All you just said about the bench is shit. Yeah, when you look at that bench, who comes on and changes the games for West Ham? There's absolutely no one. Yeah, what makes me laugh is today George Murphy comes on. He looks more fresh, more up for it, more hungry than a lot of the senior players, and that tells you
He is
all you
more
really
fresh.
need to know.
Because
You know
they're
what I mean?
fucking knackered. They're absolutely cream crackered. I think I wouldn't just fucking slag these guys off. Yeah, they have pushed through a hell of a lot. I mean, Mavropanos, God knows how they rolled him out today, and he stayed on. I mean, fair play. Yeah, these players are going out to bat for West Ham. They're still keeping high standards. We got done today. Yeah, maybe if Antonio scores that goal, it's a different game. They probably should have had a player sent off as well.
I agree with you on this. I really do.
Should have had a player sent off.
Yeah.
Today could have been differently, yeah, but I think it sort of sums up where that team is, because you've got to admit, I don't think it's through lack of trying, yeah. These geezers are just worn out, and they still go. Antonio, by the way, I mean, how the fuck is he playing so many 90 minutes? I played 75 today, but my lord, he's pushing through serious barriers right
Why
now.
is he playing today? I couldn't believe he was starting. That makes no sense to me. Rest the bloke.
Because we got no one else.
I know, but still, if we're out of Europe on Thursday and we got a few games left, I want Antonio ready for them. I don't want to keep knackering him out, the poor guy.
But we've just got no one else here. I mean, the other option is Divock Mubama, for goodness sake. It's not serious. The bench is not serious. It's not a team that will get Europe. And I think they sort of knew that, to be honest. It would have been a miracle, I think, if we had pulled off. But it's too late. It's done. I think today sort of sums up.
That bench is a championship bench. That is a championship bench.
It's a low Premier League side
because there's no utility in it. There's seriously no utility in that bench. You can't. There's not one actual forward you can really bring on there, like Danny Ings or fucking Cornet. Really,
Cornet strolling about today when he came on. By the way, I'd have thought 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not playing ages. At least throw yourself about.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the argument I keep having with a lot of people when they say about you got to bring Maxwell Cornet on. And I'm thinking to myself, look at George Murphy today. He comes on, he runs around, he gets stuck in. There's no excuse for Maxwell Cornet.
he gets
when you think about it, we quarter final away to Leverkusen, an unbelievable team. And the discourse after the game is, well, if we brought on like Cornet and Ings, we would have a chance. Do you know how mental that actually sounds? How ridiculous that really is. It's generally insanity. It's hilarious.
It's like, you know what? It is just mad. It's just mad. Like Danny Ings today, everyone raves about him. Always gives him a start. What's he do today? Fuck all. He's just not good enough. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It all goes back to the January window. It even goes back to the summer window because 4 players that we brought in, Kudus, Alvarez, Mavropanos, James Ward-Prowse, we needed more than that, really. If you wanted to be honest, like a lot of the players who went in the January window should have went in the summer. Yeah, and then we should have like really strengthened up. But it's just come back to bite us in the end. Like West Ham this season are probably going to filter out into about 10th position. Yeah, and it's going to be a shame. It's going to be an hard watch. But I honestly don't know where the future holds, whether Moyes is here or not. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want him out. I can understand it. And I've had many debates and spoke to many people. Some people will back him to the hill. Yeah, and rightfully so. Yeah, they will back him and say he's our manager. But it's everyone. It's just not just him. And this is the argument that I try and get across to people. They seem to think that David Moyes is the problem. You take him out, and everything's going to be fucking rosy. He just isn't going to wash like that, mate.
Absolutely deluded to think that. It really is
Yeah.
totally delusional. And you're right, people do think that. Listen, I'm not against a new manager coming in, but I don't think we're necessarily going to be better. Yeah, like we're not going to get a lot more points. It's just going to be different. It might be more pleasing on the eye. He gets wins, yeah. He grinds out wins. That's what he's there for. I agree. We're 100% left winger. We're so short there. Paquette has been playing there all season, and again, people talk about out of position. He is out of position at the end of the day, and he's done a good job there. It's looked like his best position for us, but at the same time, he isn't a left winger. And what can you say?
Well,
what can you say? I mean, what do you think for the summer, James? I'm feeling bright about it, to be honest.
I'm excited to see, as a West Ham fan of many years that I am, I'm excited to see what West Ham are going to do. But I am also nervous because if Moyes does go, yeah, I just don't trust the ownership of the club to pick the right appointment. Yeah, like I'm seeing links today, and we discussed it the other day, Kane, and I couldn't believe when it came up about Jose Mourinho coming to West Ham. Yeah,
James, that's sort of a joke. It's obviously not happening, but Mourinho would be hilarious. I would be right behind it as well.
Honestly, it'd be one of the most mentalist things going, right? But there's a lot of structure that's got to change. Yeah, it's got to start at the top. Now, Steiden is a good appointment, don't get me wrong. And I think what he's doing and what the players he's brought in have worked to a point. Yeah, Mavropanos is a bit on the fence with me at the minute because 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's bad, and you just never know which Mavropanos you're going to get.
Liam Malone is his first season, and he's been mostly really good for us. And he's a development player. He came in to be a backup, and he's had to be relied on as our best centre back for most of it. I'd give them both a chance.
So there you go. And for me, the summer, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be entertaining, like to see who we're going to get. But I think West Ham need about 10 players, mate. And that's not even a joke. Like, if you was to go through the whole of that team from top to bottom, I think we need a new, especially we need a centre forward at the club. We need a left back at the club, covering left back. I think we need a right back. We need a left winger. If Paqueta goes, that's going to, like, you're going to have to get a couple of places in for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Is what it is. So
what we've got to do is, sorry, you go ahead, Lee.
No, I was just going to say, I think that's a little excessive. I really do. I think we'll get some players in. I think it'll be a big summer. I think Tim's hands will be all over it. I think he's definitely got a few names in mind already. Yeah, but I don't think it'll be a complete overhaul.
Well, you tell me.
This team has served us very well. You're right. Actually, we are going to sign a lot of players, but not 10. Not 10.
I think we'll have to subsidise on the midfield. I really think we'll have to keep him with that. I don't think we can.
When I say 10 players, if you go through it, and we'll go through it right now, I think we need a covering goalkeeper at this club. I don't think Fabianski is going to be the future. So you need to bring someone in who's going to take over from him.
But he's solid at the minute.
He's solid. Yeah, he's a solid option.
Don't get me wrong. But you have got to look long term. Like,
but I don't think it's this. I don't think that's a job for this summer. I think we've got so many gaping problems with the squad that it's going to be very much if it ain't broken, don't fix it. It's going to be that.
No to keeper. Zero.
Right. The whole of the defence needs to be changed. Apart from Emerson.
Disagree. Left back, fine. Mavropanos good. Zuma will probably still be there. Maybe one or two centre halves.
Not a chance, mate. Like the right back situation, you've got two players there who one of them's contract's running down, or both of their contracts are technically running down. Yeah, so we're going to have to, if they both go, you're going to need to bring two players in. We definitely need two.
I don't think they'll both go.
I think Ben definitely goes. Right, I've called this for a long time on here. I think he definitely goes because otherwise he would have signed the contract a long time ago. I think Soufal's an interesting one, obviously because of the pound note. He's looking at the money side of things, and if he got linked to Besiktas, I think it was, and they're offering him a bit more dough. He's going to take it. Like the next contract Soufal gets is going to be probably his last big contract, so he's going to take it. Like if he can get the dough for it.
But we still have to sell him. I think we let him go on a free the year after. He's got what 14 months, 15 months.
But we ain't getting mega money for Soufal, yeah.
No, I agree exactly. So I don't think we'll sell him. We won't sell him in the summer.
Now we've got what 4 centre halves at the club, if memory serves me right. Mavropanos, Abona, Zuma,
Aguerd's
Aguerd.
off, isn't he? I think Abona will stay. Aguerd's definitely off, I think.
I think Aguerd will depend if a new manager comes in, but yeah, I agree. I think it'll be.
Yeah. Now, for me, I think Aguerd goes. I actually think Abona does go. I think Abona will probably want to go back to Italy, to sort of see out his days there. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you need one centre half.
Not an old man.
Oh, but he's not a first teamer, mate. And
He's not, but he's a big figure. As fourth choice centre half, he's all right.
Yeah, but listen, if you want to compete,
games for us this season. Arsenal,
he's had some great games, absolute great games. But is he the future of West Ham? And this is the problem. We get sentimental with players. We go, oh yeah, he's been here so long, we can't let him go. A bit like Cresswell, we can't let him go. We have got to let him go because you need to bring in the younger players, fresher players, and go up to a standard. And listen, I love Ange, yeah. He's not the guy. He's just not the guy anymore. Yeah, he needs to be replaced. And you either bring a youth player in and develop then, or you bring someone in who's ready to go right now by signing someone. So for me, you need two centre halves. Central midfield is an interesting one because you've got Souček, James Ward-Prowse, and Alvarez. You definitely need another central midfielder in there. Definitely, yeah, because it just seems like when Alvarez is out, we are just completely shit. Just completely, absolutely shit. So we need a central midfielder.
Backup holding midfielder, I agree. That should be a project player, yeah.
Right. Then you sort of go into sort of the number 10 position. If Paqueta goes, I think we need to replace him with at least two players.
Kudos will be the 10 next season, I think. I think Kudos is the Paqueta replacement anyway, personally.
So if that is the case, then that's fine. But then you still need to have cover for them in these positions. The left-hand side, we've got not one left-sided player at the club, right? So I think we need at least two of them. Right, and it's not me overhyping it. It's me being honest. We ain't got a left-sided attacker at the club, right? That's why Lucas Paqueta plays there. That's why James Ward-Prowse plays there. So we need two of them. We need a centre forward at this club. I look at Fulham today, and they are bringing who they've got Jimenez on the bench. They've got Broja coming off the bench, and we've got no one. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got to look at it, right? Maybe 10's been a bit excessive, but I'm telling you what, it wouldn't surprise me. If Cresswell goes, you need to replace him. It's a lot of change, mate. A lot. And we need it.
But I'm optimistic about it,
I'm excited by it.
Right,
but but the problem is that what we want and what we're gonna get are two different things.
Right, boys. Let's get down to brass tacks. Jose Mourinho in the summer. Who says no?
It would be cinema, man. If we got Mourinho, imagine him just like mugging everyone off, for a season or two.
Do you know what would be funny? We said this on the space the other day, yeah, and it was brilliant. If he comes in, and all these other people saying about certain players coming to the club and certain players at the club who are doing okay, but we think they're not, right? He'll call them out. He'll go on an interview and say he's shit. Like he's no good, yeah, and it'd just be mayhem.
The things I think a player like Kudus would do under Mourinho, though, I really do shudder to think. I think that guy completely just makes world class. He makes fantastic players into world class. He's elite. He's an elite level manager. I think that's the step in the right direction for me. I like that.
Hey, in all seriousness, if the club are back in Steiden, Mourinho is just a waste of time, isn't it? I'd love it. It'd be funny, but
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
He would come in and try and blow shit up. You know what I mean? That would be terrible. And this is what I mean. I think this manager hunt. You're right. I don't trust Sullivan to pick the next gaffer.
I don't either, mate.
I don't at all. I might trust Steiden, yeah, but that being said, I'm still not entirely convinced. But I definitely don't trust Sullivan.
I'm nervous, mate. If you want me to be honest, yeah. In regards to the transfer window, I'm excited because I know West Ham have to go there and have to start using their financial muscle, yeah. But as in the manager, and listen, I think Moyes is good night from Moyes. Right. And the one thing I will say,
I'm still not sure.
I just think I think you have to make a change. If you're going to make a change, you have to do it now. Yeah, if you're going to do a restructure, you need to take Moyes out, bring a fresh new manager in with new ideas, and then you work on.
They have to be young and hungry. Yeah, starving. John Mourinho, bring now.
But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're going to do it, you need to do it now. Do you know what I mean? You can't sort of go for another rebuild, and if Moyes is not your long-term future, because let's be honest, if Moyes gets a new contract, it's only going to be a couple of years. It ain't going to be any longer than that. So, like, where'd you go with it? Right, for me, I look at it right now. I've always said this: Sullivan will have the final say on the manager. He had the final say in the January window on regards to signings, and I know people say about Osman, but I'll go back to that quickly. They was all there. All of them was there, and they all said, "Oh, well, we want Osman. Moyes wanted him. Steiner wanted him. Noble wanted him." The one man who said no was David Sullivan, and David Sullivan will have the final say. I know people seem to
James, I
think
think you'll find a top source. One of the leading sort of presidents on West Ham YouTube said that Moyes spent all window chasing Maguire and Phillips and stuff, and that's why we didn't sign anyone. I think that's completely correct, mate. So you know,
yeah, top source.
Personally, I think, like you say, James, there's going to be a lot of change this summer. Yeah, a lot of
Mm.
change. So we need stability at the centre. Yeah, we don't want everything to just go straight into flux and undo all this good work. I think the club really need to make a case to keeping David Moyes. Yeah, and I know that's a mad thing to say after a 2-0 loss, but listen, we need something at the middle. We can't just blow everything up. We've been fucking unbelievable, yeah, this past 4 years. It would be the most Sullivan thing ever to just fucking like blow it all up. Yeah, like a bit like he did with Pellegrini. Get this new Husios in and fucking do this, do that, and it all goes to shit. Yeah. We've got a fantastic platform here. Let's build on it, not rebuild.
Ali, sorry, James. It comes back to the point you made to me the other day, and I completely agree with it now. I was thinking about it the other day. I don't see Moyes staying on as some sort of like, you know, in the middle sort of interim coach, development coach or whatever. I don't see him doing it personally.
He ain't doing that. Like if Moyes signs a new contract, there's going to be requirements there. Like, and there's going to be. I think Steiden will have the reins on signings. Basically, the issue is that there's two sides of the coin of it. On the one side, if you let him go, it's a completely new restructure, like new players, new manager, new style, trying to integrate all that into one season. Yeah. And next season is going to be a transitional season. It will be if the new manager comes in, and like people can't expect mega things to happen in the first season. When people say, "Oh, we should be competing for top 6," please get off cocaine. That's what I'm going to say to you, because we're not a top 6 side. We're just simply not.
That's why I think the argument to keep Moyes is even bigger then, because we don't need a big transitional change in play. I think we just need the. I think this season it is entirely proved that we've done. We had a fantastic start to the season. We had decent depth on the bench. We employed the players that we wanted to get, and it was fantastic, full of energy, revitalized. I just think the squad management as the game's got as the season's gone on, the missed January window with virtually no investment, it's killed it. And I think from a business point, I don't look at David Moyes and I think you're the problem. I think we can all evidently look here and go, yeah, the bench is a problem, the squad's a problem, some of the players are a problem, and I don't think a new manager shifts that. I really don't. I think it's just the case.
Does that opinion change depending on the new manager?
But it's like you just talked about before. David Sullivan's never bought out a good manager's contract. David Sullivan, look at his track record for management appointments. They're pretty shocking. I don't see it. I really don't. I wouldn't bet my life to put that in that decision in the hands of David Sullivan and say, you know what, go out and find a new manager. I'm sure he'll get it done. Because I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. And I think you'd be very naive to think that he does. So I'm very happy to stick with Moyes on that precedent.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but I just think to myself that
I don't even want to be one. I'm not trying to be one of those. I'm not objective to change, but I just need to see a clear cut way of how it's going to work, and I don't see that.
If Steiden's the man to pick the manager, yeah, I'll be fine with that. But the problem is, people believe that Steiden's the man who's going to pick the manager, where I simply just do not. And too many things have happened over the last 14 years for me to go, nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe Tim Steidens, who's been at the club, 18 months? is going to come in and start running the roost, and Sullivan's just going to sit on his hands and do fuck all. I just don't believe it.
Who's going to make that decision for a new manager? Is Tim Staden? Tim Staden might very well much want Moyes to stay. I think a lot of things aren't being considered here. I think you've got to let's look at everybody on that board. Representatives of a now deceased David Gold, that's irrelevant. So it's going to be down to Sullivan and Brady. As we've heard, I think Brady's very keen on Moyes. He gives financial stability to the club. We're secured in the league. I think that's all that matters to these guys at the end of the day as well. I think it always has been. It's just being in the Premier League. I don't really think they have too much ambition outside of that at the moment. I really don't.
I 100% agree. When people think, we can compete for Champions League, says who? I said it the other day, and I say it fucking again. West Ham are not in that level because Sullivan and the ownership of this club treat West Ham, and they are content. They are content with where West Ham are. To David Sullivan, David Moyes is a fucking golden egg. Absolute golden egg. Oh, yeah, brings him in for cheap. And it gets. It
is an amazing storyline of business, isn't it? For what David Moyes has done for that guy, he brought him in and we all need to cast your mind back to 2018, 2019, the protests, GSB out. It was absolutely appalling, that Burnley game, for everything. It was all on the mat, all on the board, all at Sullivan, all at Brady, all at Gold. David Moyes comes in and takes that heat off. He brings us into a fantastic position, and he's been their scapegoat ever since. Whenever things are wrong at the club, nobody looks at the board anymore. I'm not saying they even should do at the moment, to be quite honest. I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying he's taken all that heat, and it's on Moyes now. Same with all the journos. It's always back to Moyes. Nothing goes to the ownership anymore. So I think they'll be very grateful for that, and you've always got to keep that in mind as well.
I think at the end of the day, it's more to the point. They'll be fucking, like every West Ham fan should be, incredibly grateful for the good work that he's done. He's completely changed expectations around the club. He's completely.
I agree on this so much.
Standards. The standards in that team are high. They will be pissed off in that dressing room. Where I think in many years gone by, a team would have gone, whatever. I think this is a determined group of players.
You did raise the point. Sorry, James.
I just want to say this quickly, Tone. I'll let you land. Yeah, one thing you just said there, I 100% agree. Yeah, no one will admit this. Yeah, the most hardened Moyes out person will not admit that David Moyes has changed the mentality of West Ham. Like now, we want or we expect top 10, or we expect to be competing for Europe. That was never happening on the 1st of January 2020. Nowhere near it, mate. We was nowhere fucking near it at all. Like, we was nowhere near competing. And when you look at us from then to now and where we are, we're in a good place, so to speak. Now, if it is the end of David Moyes, it is the end. And what he's done is he's given us the platform now to sort of build on that. And that's how it should be, right? But the mentality and the mindset is not looking good and hoping for the best. The mindset is now going out there and expecting the best, and that is it. Like, I expect West Ham to be the best.
To sum it up, the last 3 seasons, the worst one's going to be a mid-table finish, a quarter-final Europa League exit. That's the worst one. That's unbelievable. And now we're in a position where we can kick on and try and maintain success. The only problem here is most of our fans are loudest idiots. That's it. So that's the problem.
The DNA of this club has entirely changed. It's entirely changed. The way that we view I think the way that West Ham's perceived from a media perspective and of a fan perspective as well. It's absolutely fantastic, the things that we've done. We went from doing sort of transfer deals by email and on the last, couple of minutes before a fucking window close, and we never even fucking made it out of, never even got to group stages of European competition, always to get knocked out. And the entire mentality of the club shifted forever, because we can always look and go into a European game, at least from the standards that have been set and the players that we've got at the moment, and we can say, you know what, I fucking fancy us here. And I've never had that in my other 15, 16 years of supporting West Ham. Never had that in my mind. But with David Moyes, with these players, with the new mentality, it's always there's always a belief in the back of our mind to think, you know what, we can fucking do this. I've seen us turn up when we feel we've always got a chance in the bank. And I feel like that's what's changed. And it was always a case of when we play at Tottenham, we play, you know, Man United and Arsenal, it would always be a case of they just had that bit of extra quality, that special player that would always just win off the game for them. And it feels as though it's on a more level playing field in the way that we've been able to attract players now. And that for me is the entire expectations and the mentality. It's all changed. It's all changed for the better. And I think going forward, it's something to definitely build on. And if we don't, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked, because it would take an incredible fuck up and a blunder to you know, screw up all that good work.
See,
and the structure of the club, the structure that David Moyes has brought in, we've got a technical director of football, we've got a scouting network. We never had these things. David Moyes has done so much more off the pitch that isn't recognised. It goes far beyond the football that's played on the pitch.
I just want to get to this comment, Tay.
Special.
Right? I just want to get to this comment. Sorry to interrupt, mate. I'm sorry, if people think Moyes is the answer, you're bonkers. He's the one that built this team. And he's the one who's responsible for having no bench. I understand that, George. I really do. I understand what you're saying, and technically you're correct. But what Moyes has done is he's given us some of the best memories that I've ever had in my life as a West Ham fan. I'm 37 years old. I've seen West Ham get relegated, probably like yourself. I've seen West Ham go down, lose all their players. Yeah. He's fucked up, but also it ain't just all on him. Don't, please, for the life of me, do not think that you just take David Moyes out.
What a stupid comment. Here's not the man for it. This is the guy who got us a trophy. This is the guy who originally got us into Europe, and you don't think he's the man to keep it good. I don't understand that. Of course, I don't mind people having a difference of opinion and saying, I wouldn't mind we could do with another manager. But to say you can't do it is just intellectually dishonest. It's not true.
The question I would have for that commenter, I think it's a fair point to an extent, and that's why I think it'll be even better if Steiden's in charge of building the squad and we got Moyes as the manager telling the boys what to do. I think that is the dream. I really hope Moyes wants that as well. The question I would have there is, do you genuinely believe that David Moyes was happy for Pablo Fornals and Saïd Benrahma to be sold on deadline day? I mean, seriously, do you genuinely believe that any manager would want that? I mean, come on. Yeah, like, oh, what can just hit the post?
Do you know what I think on that, Elite? Yeah, I actually think they pulled the deals back at the end because they knew. Basically, what I think's happened at the end of that sort of transfer window is that they said about getting two players in, they didn't get the two players that they wanted, and they've tried to pull the deals back. And when it happened on that night, I never forget that night, because at 11 o'clock, everyone was saying that Benrahma was staying and Fornals was at the ground. That, to me, tells me all I need to know about the ownership of the club. Right? You do not get this with any other club. You just don't. You don't get people pulling deals back. You don't get people not sending faxes or, do you know what I mean? And shit like that. It all goes back to the ownership, mate. I'm sorry. And listen, whether you like Moyes or not, yeah, you cannot say that Moyes hasn't given us some of the best memories that we've ever had in the last 4 years. Yeah. And they're saying, listen, and I said it on a video I done the other day. I know a lot of West Ham fans who are proper hardcore West Ham fans, home and away, fucking proper, yeah. And I've had discussions with them, and they've said to me, James, listen, we don't want him here, but we do appreciate some of the stuff he's done. Like you can appreciate what he's done, but we think now is the time for him to go and a fresh new outlook at West Ham.
That's completely fine, by the way. I've got no problem with people like that. If they want a fresh change, then that's cool.
100%.
After all we've had the last 3 years of European tours, seeing our club elevate from a level we never thought, that night in Prague, if you're going to sit there and be miserable all the time on Twitter and YouTube after all this, then you're just a fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the reality. There's so much to be positive about and be happy about.
I understand that. Listen, I really, really do, right? And when people spoke to me about that, I've turned around and said, I totally respect you, right? You could be the most Moyes out person, but right, some of the people that I speak to have got the respect factor to say this geezer can't take us any further, right? He's took us to a level. Now you've got to go to the next level, right? Which is understandable, right? And when you look at it, that is valid to a point. But then there's some people who just sort of shit on everything he's ever done at West Ham. Like they shit on the signings he's ever made. They shit on the achievements he's ever made. Some of the West Ham fans on social media I've sort of seen, and some of the stuff I have seen, they shit on the trophy. That trophy, like, I'm sorry, yeah, if you can't appreciate that trophy, 7th of June 2023, because it's up there, it will never go away from me. Yeah, I will remember that date forever. Yeah, right, and where everyone was on that day, right? Then to me, I just don't get what you want. Do you know what I mean? I think what people got to understand is this is not the old West Ham. This is not the Upton Park West Ham. This is a new West Ham, and I've had to accept this new West Ham. But with this new West Ham, I expect expectation. My expectation is a top 10 and competing for as many competitions as humanly possible, and not just competing, but having a good go in them. Do you know what I mean? And let's be honest, we have in Europe. We've been quarterfinals, semi-finals. We've won a final. We ain't done bad. Let's put it like that. But if change happens, then I'm all for it at the end of the day, because it's the benefit of the club.
But I think. Go ahead, Lee, sorry.
I'm in disagreement with you there, James.
Go.
It's for the benefit of the club. No, I think it's for the benefit of the fans, who I think, to be honest, are just a bit bored of seeing Moyes' his face on the touchline. Yeah, they haven't really liked the guy, and they don't like this idea of him being a long-serving manager. Yeah. So a shiny new toy coming in, new manager, yay, doesn't necessarily make a team better. And I think the fact that no other manager, has been able to do what Moyes has done, like in the last 50 years for our club. You know, say what you were about New West Ham. This is West Ham, yeah. The fact that no other manager has been able to do what Moyes has done, would make, to me, pretty fucking obvious, that a new manager coming in is not going to make things instantly better or automatically better. It might fucking cheer people up and they get a bit, I like this new revolution or some bollocks, But I do not think it will make the team better. And what I want the owners to do, some fans might not want to hear this. I want them to do what is best for the club, not is what's best for the fans.
Right.
They've got to do what's best for the club, long term, short term, whatever. I think the answer is clearly we're going to have a big summer here, big rebuild, whatever, you know.
It's going to be fucking entertaining.
You need someone at the centre, stability. We cannot just fucking go back to square one. And that person at the centre has got to be Moyes. Because let's face it, we've won a lot of fucking games because of his tactics this season. The bloke is not clueless. You may want a new manager. Fine. Good for you. Exciting. Whatever. Hey, I back it. But at the same time, the club have got to do what's right. Is Moyes the man to get you results? 100%. 100%. And like it or not, results is what matters at the end of the day.
But consistency and stability is boring. It is boring, and I think that's where the fans are.
It's boring if you're a numbskull.
It's boring
because
they want that shiny new toy on the touchline.
Exactly.
I don't think it is. We need him out now, because if you actually look at the history of West Ham, what is it? Just a 10th place finish? Any other season outside of the past 3 years, and need I remind you, that's the standards that David Moyes has set. It's an acceptable finish to finish 10th. We wouldn't be up in arms about that. But it's entirely to do with the standards and the precedents that have been set by David Moyes, and it's a shame that he's succumbed to the fans and his own expectations that have been set in that way.
See, I do agree with you on that, Tay. I think you've landed that pretty well. I think what it is, West Ham have never been this consistent in all my lifetime. And I've had these debates on other YouTube channels and other people and people in general, basically. West Ham have never been this consistent. Never been in Europe, and when we've been in Europe, we've just always been slapped and been out in the first round. We haven't even got through the qualifying round at some stages. But it's
correct, because consistency. People thrive on chaos. They either thrive on chaos or they thrive on. That's what it is. They thrive on chaos, and they want to see chaos in either a way of we get a new manager in and it's all up, and it's new. People don't want to have to do the waiting game and the consistent business, level of it, and be like, you know what, we've got this guy and he gets results, but maybe it takes 2 to 3 years of some stability and a bit of pigs and troughs to get that squad correct
Yeah.
and get the results, rather than, you know, get somebody in tomorrow who's just, you know, all results in the first week, couple of weeks, and then it dips massively and it's results again. You know, that's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting to see. So I get the craving for that newness, that freshness, because I understand it, but
I'm just going to get to this comment, yeah? George, I understand what you're saying. We didn't even finish 10th last year, we finished 14th. Yeah, but if someone would have told me last season, me personally, because I can't speak for you, I can't speak for no one else, that West Ham will finish 14th but win a trophy, I would have accepted that. Yeah, because I've seen West Ham finish 17th in the league and not win fuck all. I've seen West Ham finish 15th in the league, not win nothing. I've seen West Ham get relegated and not win nothing. So one 14th place finish, yeah, and let's be honest, if people are saying about it's a bad season, then this season is absolutely amazing. Because if we're 8th and was 14th last season, like, we've improved, especially from last season. So when I hear this, we have got to put it into context, and context is a key word, buzzword. Yeah, 14th, it was a bad season, right? Last season, I'm not denying that. I remember doing spaces with all three of these gentlemen who are on this stream right now. And I used to have it with all three of them, razz them all the time about it, and I was worried that West Ham was going to get relegated. But when we actually become safe and we finished 14th and we went to Prague and we won the trophy, that sort of justifies that to me to a point. It's not right, but it's justifiable because we won the trophy. Yeah. And for me, if we was to finish 10th this season and we went on to win a trophy of some note, well, i.e. if we managed to turn it around and win the Europa League, we'd accept that. Because West Ham don't win trophies. West Ham have never won trophies. Yeah. And like West Ham haven't won trophies in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Anything else you...
Sorry,
Go
my
ahead.
big question there is there actually any mid-table club that has had success through like constantly changing managers and shit like that? You know, when you've got something good, history clearly shows stick with it. We've clearly got something good here, 100%. The board want to keep Moyes. Yeah, the board want to keep Moyes. It's pretty fucking obvious. I think even Steiner wants to keep Moyes. Yeah, the fans want to change. Okay, right, fine. If Moyes wants to stay, he will stay. We should be out there with our signs begging him, because not only does he give us stability, he gives us success. Yeah, guaranteed. It's not going to be shit under Moyes. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway,
I'm not against the new manager. I think that's exciting. Yeah, I get it. I get the excitement. But fuck
it's
me,
exciting.
this
It
is
is
quality.
exciting. It is exciting. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to get your final closing statements. All this. Yeah, it is exciting because like if Moyes does go and we're going to get a new manager in, then it is going to be who we're going to get, all the excitement. But the problem is we've been lied to for the last sort of 6 months in who people think we're going to get. People were shouting it from the rafters about Slot and fucking Alonso. Oh, West Ham should go and get Slot or go and get Alonso. Right, especially Alonso. Go and get Alonso. Or not? Yes, yeah, that's on me. But when I say about Alonso, it's because he's Tim's mate and things like that. What we want and what we're going to get are two different things. I'm telling you right now, we're going to get a free agent, someone who's out of work, who's looking to sort of redo their career, and West Ham will be the place for them. And that's what it will be. We won't be going out and getting someone out of their contract because Sullivan's never done it. And that's the fear with me, is we're going to get someone who's out of work because they've failed somewhere else. It's just not right. So, you know, it is what it is. Right, I'm going to start off with Elite. Final words, mate, before I let you go.
Really disappointing today. Really disappointing. Season over. Yeah, but it's not the fucking end of the world.
Fair enough. I'll let Elite go. Take care, mate. All the best to you. Tay, any final words?
stay the course. Do not give up your belief, Hammers. The sun will shine upon us again. We've been in hard situations before, and we've come out well before as well. So stay the course, and come on, you Irons, boys in.
Fair enough, mate. That's Tay. Kane, finally to you, mate. You
Thank
started.
you for having me on. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, mate.
Family on James, pleasure. Everyone in the comments, everyone in the replies, like and subscribe, share with friends. It's a final message. Elite Amison's right. The club are making a decision based on what's best for the club, not for the fans. So you can sit there and whinge and cry and cope all you want. They don't care, man. Okay, thank you.
Fair enough, mate. And that is Kane. My final thoughts is this. Yeah, it's been a really good show today, I must admit. Yeah, a lot of discussion, a lot of topics. Shout out to Big Mig, who come on all the way from Australia, telling me about loads of stuff. You know what I mean? I hope he's well. My final thought is that we just got to keep going now. Yeah, I'm angry today with it, but I'm numb to a point because nothing really surprises me. There's got something needs to be said right now, really, in regards to this season. If Jurgen Klopp can come out and say that he's leaving, you either back him now, he signs the contract now, and we move on, or you let him. You say, right, he's leaving at the end of the season, then we can all sort of enjoy this sort of last 6 weeks of the season. For me, on stage performance, unacceptable, not right, and a lot of these players need to hold their heads in shame. A lot of people are saying that they're knackered. I understand what Elite's saying, but I have to disagree like strongly on that. I think they're just not good enough. Yeah, and I think as a collective, West Ham are just not good enough with the players that we've got currently right now. I think we're blagging it to a point, and where we are is where we should be, so to speak. Regarding Moyes, what needs to be said about him? Yeah, you either love him, you either hate him, you either want to kill him, or you want to give him a statue. Yeah, it's so mixed with that. But as I've always said, this decision should have been made last year. Yeah, I've been preaching it on this channel for a fucking long time. I have. I've been saying it in my heart for a long time. If Moyes is your manager after Prague, you back him. You simply just back him. You give him a new contract. You say, right, what do you want? And like, you sign him up basically. If he's not your guy, you let him go after Prague. You say you want to go in a different direction, and you go and get a new manager. Yeah. Instead, everyone just sits there, does fuck all. The fans are killing each other, right, round with each other on social media. If your Moyes in, then it's you're a wrong and you don't care about the club. If your Moyes out, you got no respect, and it's just mad. It's just mad. And the day ends up in Manchester. Yeah, and we go off into the summer, and we go, right, that's it now. Like everything's done. Will be a good day because then it'll be a bit of peace, a bit of closure. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, I just feel that in the end, whatever happens, we just got to stand by the club. Yeah. The problem is with the club is you've got a manager that no one really believes in, and you've got an owner that I don't personally trust. I've never trusted this geezer as far as I've thrown him. Yeah, and it's a shame how it is, but the glory of the last 3 years you can't take away. Just to sort of round up on this, yeah, all the people who've done like appreciation posts on Twitter the other day, absolute pleasure reading all of them. Yeah, absolute pleasure. I was going through them all, seeing all the photos, seeing people in the square, seeing people saying if this is the last dance, then it's been an absolute great one. That's what it's all about, memories. Yeah, West Ham's about memories. Yeah, as the old saying goes, you don't support West Ham for the trophies, you support West Ham for the love. And we all love this club, and we shouldn't be at each other's throats. But the thing is, this has been going on and building up for a fucking long time, extremely long time. And it's the day it actually ends will be a day for everyone to sort of come together, and it'd be like peace. You know what I mean? Peace at last, basically, so to speak. So yeah, when that day comes, I actually really can't wait because I don't like the hostility between the fan base. I'm around with people who are just showing no respect. There's people putting up stuff about Bobby Moore the other day and trying to use it from their own opinion, own agenda. That to me is it's just not right. You're trying to get one up on the other. And the thing is, when this does actually end, yeah, I actually don't think this will end once he does go. I think people will be looking at it that if the new manager comes in and he fucks up at the start, certain man will be on him straight away. So it is what it is. But we will see what happens with that. Enjoy your Sunday wherever you are. Listen, West Ham lost, but you know what? Life still goes on. And I'll be back again to do a video in regards to the player ratings. That'd be fun. Talk about how great some of our players are. Fucking not. But yeah. Listen, take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be well. Fulham, get it done today. at the LS. Peace.